Good morning, everybody. I wanted to go in a little bit more on the 50-50 relationship. The 50-50 relationship actually robs both the man and the woman of a true relationship. I think most men know themselves well enough to know the male experience that um, when they are truly in love, when they truly see a woman who they want to be with, they have a desire to do everything to make sure that she's happy, to support her, to provide for her, to make sure um, she's absolutely happy and that they can provide that for her. When when that doesn't happen, then it's not the real type of relationship that we're all looking for, the deep desire, that deep romance, the deep connection that we're looking for from the other person. And women don't understand that men don't think like them. You know, women are often tricked into believing men and women think exactly the same and have the same motivations. But of course, that's not true. Men and women have different motivations for love. And when a man is in love, he has desires and feelings to want to provide and support the woman who he truly loves. If he doesn't feel that, then there's a missing connection between the couple. Um, a woman who a man feels comfortable asking anything of and has his hand out to, this is not a woman that he truly loves and respects. And this is a signal women need to see as maybe this person doesn't have full the right affection for me and the correct intentions towards me. Because a man who is strategically situating himself in a relationship is not in a relationship for love, basically. There may be some lukewarm feelings there that um, the society we live in it makes okay, that settling and being practical and not going for what we really, really want is an approach that our society sells very strongly to young people. And so sometimes, um, you know, a lot of young men will feel that if they feel strong emotions and want to do everything for a woman, that that's actually a bad thing, that they should steer away from that. And I think that's why we have the divorce and unsuccessful relationships that we have in our society, is because we're teaching young people that true love is not what they want when in fact it is. So, um, the 50-50 relationship just neuters all deep affection, love, romance um, out of a relationship. And um, we're teaching people, especially young people, that true love isn't possible, that you're a fool to chase after a woman you can't have, or to want to do everything for her, because that's just going to lead to you being used and abused and all these things. Well, you know, first you have to develop yourself as a man and be old enough and mature enough to understand who you are and what you stand for and all of those things. Um, but the name of the game isn't to be strategic about a relationship as a man, certainly as a man. For women, it's a little bit different, but certainly for men, when men become strategic, they're going into their survival mode, and they're looking at a woman for their survival, and then that's just not masculine, and it's not attractive to most women. Um, but again, 50-50 is the neutering of society. It's the neutering of both genders to put them on a equal level where neither is highlighted, neither expresses its true potential. Um, and that's not what people who want a fulfilled life should be going for. If you're after a fulfilling relationship, a fulfilled life, you should be going after what you want, not something that you have to cobble together with strategy. And, our true desires, our bodies tell us our true desires. For a man, when you see a woman that you truly want to pursue, that's who you should be pursuing, not somebody who's easy, um, who's not going to test you, who's not going to require anything of you. Uh, but I mean, you can do whatever you want. But if you want to live to the highest potential and have a relationship that speaks to your highest potential, then you will want to be using your uh, masculine abilities as a man in the pursuit. And if you want to have a male female relationship, then you need to come into the relationship as a man and not as another woman, or um, not a man or a person, or we're both just people or whatever, because most people want to have excuse me, most people want to have male female relationships, and those people who do, they want the polarity. They want to feel like they're with somebody um, who complements them energetically. And if you're both using the same strategy to be in a relationship, then there's no polarity, there's no attraction. If she's being strategic, and women, because they uh, are more concerned about their survival, um, they may come into at a relationship more strategic because they have to, because their survival is at stake. They have vulnerabilities at times, and they have to consider those future events that will happen in a relationship, namely childbirth and different things that affect women. So women do have to be strategic about how they set up their relationship, and that's their approach. But if both the man and the woman are being strategic, then um, you get a neutered relationship, but there's no masculinity there. And that's why relationships will fizzle out. So, my uh, additional commentary on 50-50 relationship and how it robs both the man and the woman of a true experience, and the experience that we're all looking for in a relationship. The reason why we pursue relationships is to have a deep, loving, romantic, um, uh, strong interactions with each other. And that cannot really happen in 50-50 because women have one strategy for a relationship, men have another. And if you're using the same strategy, then that neuters the polarity in the relationship, and there is no juice, there is no fire, there is no chemistry. And while that may work for um, typically 5 to 7 years, it has no longevity, and it makes it difficult to build a future, to build a family, to build legacies, businesses, um, and all of that off of that type of energy. You need strong polaric energy to build anything of any value, which is the relationship that you're starting and trying to create. It's more than just the relationship. You're building much, much more. Thank you. Bye.